Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at another episode of Hades 1, and today I am going to go for a dodge build. As such, we're going to max out Ruthless Reflex, which gives us a 50% damage and dodge chance for 2 seconds when we dash with perfect timing. We're also going to take Stygian Soul, that way we have one less boon that Hermes can potentially offer us that we don't want. And I'm also going to take God's Pride instead of what is it, Fated Legacy or God's Legacy, because I want higher rarity boons that give us dodge chance rather than duo boons and legendaries, I suppose. We're going to take 3 levels of extreme measures, maxing out benefits package and middle management. I'm going to take 1 level of damage control and tight deadline for a total of 15 heat to meet our bounty. And let's see how this run goes.
What's the worst that could happen?
Many things, Zagreus. Mostly bad RNG and not the boons we want, but I don't know what god we're starting with. I would love to see Zeus. Artemis is okay. Support fire is fun.
Sorry you're still stuck down there. Sometimes I feel stuck myself, but a good hunt always sets me straight.
Alright, let's see what we get. Highest tier special or her dash strike. I mean, her dash attack is pretty decent for the gauntlet since it gives a pretty sizable damage up, and I'm not really focusing on the special with this build. So, it is tempting though. It is a very tempting epic special. I'll take it. Maybe we get a hammer that scales well with it. The hardest issue, the biggest issue I'm going to have early on is just getting used to the fact that I only have 1 dash, and I need to be very careful about not wasting it. That's why I often do not take Ruthless Reflex. It's just I know you can't see me, but I am spamming my dash button expecting a second dash, and I am definitely gonna take some hits that are unintentional as a result of that. Definitely enjoying those crits on the special right now. Of course, we are taking the Lambent Plume as our keepsake for the sake of every room we clear fast enough grants us a pretty impressive amount of dodge chance, honestly. Well, it's 1.2%, but when that stacks up 30 times and it's an extra 30% dodge chance, especially come to later floors, that amounts to a whole lot. In Tartarus, we're not going to feel its benefits too much, but also mind you that taking the Lambent Plume potentially gives us access to Rush Delivery, which even if Hermes doesn't grant us his boons that give us dodge chance, it's never a wrong choice to take Rush Delivery at any point. Alright, Ares is not really a god I want to see on the gauntlets, but I suppose if we work towards a Merciful End build, I couldn't complain too much about that either. In terms of the gods I really want, I was hoping for Zeus on the attack, because Zeus's attack doesn't take much to get going, and then it just kind of scales really well as long as we get more Zeus.
Hello, Lord
But I can see Ares working.
Do tell Night herself that I am often thinking of her here. She must believe that there are those upon Olympus who admire her.
Actually, unfortunately, because we have the Artemis... Okay, that kind of works. Because we have the Artemis special, we can't get Merciful End. But Ares is offering us a heroic special trade. Do I take that is really the question. It's not really the... You want Athena's special and Ares attack if you're going to go Merciful End on the gauntlets. This isn't that appealing. I think I'll just take Urge to Kill. It's just a flat 10% more damage to our main damage sources. And now we're just getting HP. So at this point, I don't really know what I want. The gods that I came into this hoping to see were going to be a combination of Demeter, Zeus, Artemis, and then I don't really know who I wanted for my 4th god, but the reason for that is Artemis with crit chance is always more damage. We want an easily spammable call, so maybe going Aphrodite and Zeus for Smoldering Air, their duo boon that makes it so you only have 25% of your cast gauge, but it automatically refills. The reason why that might be good is because Hermes has a boon that gives you 30% dodge chance every time you use your call. And that would be pretty good for a build where we're trying to stack as much dash as possible. But I think we're just going to have to run with whatever we're given. A little bit on the pact of punishments that we took. Most importantly, I did not take anything that would make these rooms take longer, because again, we want to clear them as quick as possible to get our Lambent Plume activated. We unfortunately have a really bad room in terms of RNG for enemy spacing. We still managed to pull off the Plume, but that almost ran out of time. 14% flat more damage or more damage on the special. I think we'll just take the special damage because in the long run, that's going to be what we'll probably be carrying us.
My senses.
Let's see. Nothing here I particularly want. That special damage is kind of fun. All right, no matter what, we have to take either Dionysus or Poseidon. Poseidon kind of anti-synergies with the gauntlets because you want to be close range and he pushes things away. So I think I'll take Dionysus here. I don't. None of the core gods give any like dodge enhancing effects. It's pretty much all. It's pretty much all dependent on Hermes RNG, what we get for dodge chance at this point, plus good lamb and plume. Apparently that darkness and coin that I just dropped there blocked my melee attacks, which unideal to say the least.
Hanging out with Ares, are you, Zag? He's quite the chap. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. And now I'll give you this.
I'll take strong drink. Trippy shot. You know, Trippy shot would be fun because it kind of, we could potentially set up for bad influence and use that. Dionysus's attack on the gauntlets is also fairly decent. You stack it up pretty quickly. His call's okay. I wouldn't mind having his call because it's good damage, but I guess we're kind of locked out of the idea of smoldering air at this point. So I think I'll take Trippy shot for now. That'll give us a little bit of extra safety.
Ooh, that's good.
And we'll take the darkness here just for the meta progression. I'm almost at the point where I have most of the lower tier mirror boons for all the, what's the word? I have almost all the low tier mirror boons that are not like the persuasion ones that cost thousands of darkness. Those are really expensive and take a while to save up for, but I'm definitely, well, I'm over 100 runs in now. You'd think I would be making progress, and I am. It's not always the most satisfying progress, so I will admit.
Some darkness.
But let's take stock of what we have while we're in the shop. Well, first off, let's see if we're granted any god that we want. Hermes showing up here would be cool. Could take an early hammer. I definitely don't want Poseidon, but I could take that hammer, and it's the mid shop, so sure. Let's see what this hammer offers us.
I can use this.
Old special for long range and 100% base damage. Your attack has more range and 10% more damage, or your attack becomes a 3-hit sequence with 40 base damage. Flying Cutter sounds pretty good with our current build. It's basically turning us into kind of a rocket-propelled Zagreus, but Long Knuckle is always my preferred option. It's one of my favorite hammers overall, but why don't we go with the special just for the fun it brings?
That's it.
We can see how that looks and test it out on the Furies and see how much damage it does. Okay, 369 damage, not bad. May not synergize perfectly well with our build, but it is good damage for these early floors, if nothing else. And it just kind of feels fun to just charge a big AoE. 459, okay. That's some good damage. The fun thing about the special is it does hit twice. And that might also, if you combo it with a dash, I think it gets the gauntlets do have a mechanic that enhances your special damage if you charge it up during a dash, I believe. As many of the attacks in this game do. But honestly, that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. Route. Poseidon is aggressively looking for attention here. I am not interested, Poseidon. I am sorry.
Well then.
We are the sum of all decisions that we make and that are made for us.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a good attacker Ooh, okay, we are getting a ridiculous special build. Look at this. We take 38% more damage for 3 rooms, but we get 96% more damage on our special. That is going to make us crit like a truck. I really do think maybe Aphrodite is the way to go for my final god. Get Heartrend and just have 150% more damage on our crits. We'll take the shop here and see what we're offered. How much do you want to bet that it's Poseidon or a mystery boon? It's a mystery boon. Yeah, let's do it.
Hail, my kid.
Okay, that's better. So, do I take the attack at this point is the question. I'm not super enthused by his attack. Let's think about what duos we stand to get. Right now we have Dionysus and we have Artemis. We're not getting Artemis's duo because we took Trippy shot. Curse of Nausea isn't terrible. I could be tempted by Curse of Nausea. Why don't we take this attack boon, and that'll set us up for duos between Dionysus and Ares. But now I don't have a real good way of applying Hangover, so maybe that was a mistake after all. I guess we'll have to take Dionysus's dash if we want that to happen.
I'm back, ladies.
You'll get past me over my dead body.
Well, if you insist.
Now, sisters.
Alright, let's see how much damage this does. It's pretty decent. Not amazing. I've definitely seen bigger numbers, but these are numbers. The main issue is...
How thoughtful of you, Zag.
The main issue is we just... we don't have a lot in the way of defenses yet. Not that we need it. I mean, Trippy Shot is in its own right kind of defensive. We dodged a couple hits there, which was pretty nice. Still taking a lot of hits, unfortunately. Oof. And one more for the show. Okay.
Keep go.
Keep go. All right, let's take stock of what our dodge chance is. So I think we got Lamb and Plume on every room, so that Titan Blood is kind of blocking our view. There we go, 8.4%. So we had a pretty short Tartarus, I guess, because I took those Chaos Gates in the mid shops. I lost a couple of extra potential procs on this, but that was what, 6 encounters then, or nah, I'm not gonna math it out. Anyway. So we've got 8.4 plus 15% from Zag plus 50% or 15% from the aspect of Zagreus more specifically, and then 50% from Ruthless Reflex. So we are at 65 plus 8.4. So we're at like 73-ish. Not bad. Not great, but I mean, when it's up, we're gonna be we have a 3 and 4 chance of not getting hit.
So much for the fearsome Furies.
We're just
Try another one, maybe.
pretty decent, all things considered. We keep the Lamb and Plume for all floors because we're trying to, once we give it up, we don't keep that dodge chance. Gotta remember that. Nothing I need to buy from the well, and nothing I want to sell. Arguably, I could sell the attack boon. It's not that exciting for me. Right now, I think we're going all in on the special. I'll hold on to it because one possibility, one very real possibility that I wouldn't mind having is if I can get a trade from Dionysus for his attack.
Made it to Asphodel.
We could get a higher rarity attack, set ourselves up for Blackout. Again, that's his legendary boon. It's unlikely that we're going to see Blackout just because we didn't take God's Legacy. But it's not impossible. Some nice juicy crits. Now, Asphodel is really hard to get stacks on the Lament Plume just because enemies are so spread out, and you kind of have to hunt for them sometimes, it feels. So I will hit everyone I can when I can find them, though. I see we have a Infernal Trove over here. We'll definitely tap that if it's not HP. Actually, I guess if it's HP, I would be interested in it too at this point. I've taken a fair bit of damage. Yeah, our Lament Plume is, unless this is the last enemy, I don't think we're getting our Lament Plume on this room. Especially if it's going to just camp the lava.
The Lambent Plume.
Oh, well, we got it. All right, Infernal Trove, what have you got for us? HP. You know what? I need 50 HP. I'll take it.
Consider this a warning.
It is unlikely that I take more damage than I heal here, so I will risk it for the biscuit. Not a fan of these witches that are just dropping lava all over the floor, and could do without the what are they? Gorgon heads. But at least they're fast to die. I can kill them fairly quickly. Mostly just their projectiles that are a problem. I basically, my goal here is to use my attack to pop
Enough.
their damage control shield, and then my special to kill them.
Very nice.
There we go, we got full HP off of that, so not bad. There is Demeter. I guess we don't have our 4th god, but I'd rather see Hermes, because Hermes is way more important for this run. Hermes is basically our main god for getting as much dodge chance as possible, and then we can potentially stack palms on his dodge enhancing boons after that. If nothing else, if we get Rush Delivery with our special damage, that'll be pretty wild. We're on the last room before the Chaos Boon pops and our special gets enhanced damage, which will be pretty fun to see.
Bring it.
Ah yes, teleporting Draken heads, my favorite. This is fine though. Gotta see those crits and love them.
What I found.
Another message for you, cuz. This one says, "Hey mate, if you ever do make it up here on this mountaintop for whatever reason, we should hang out, alright? I can show you around. Your friend, Hermes."
That's a really cute follow-up to the Ambrosia conversation that Zagreus gave him for the final, like, Bond Forged conversation. I like it. Alright, whenever you are hit, you have a chance to dodge automatically 10% dodge chance. Okay, so that bumps us up a nice bit. I do think we'll need to take this, and then we need to find a god that gives us a call. We need a god's call so that we can be offered the
Time to fish.
the dodge chance based on God Call boon that Hermes can offer as well. And those will give us the 2 main sources of additional dodge chance that we were hunting for, I believe. And a fish!
Now.
A little slow on that.
Slavog, go figure.
No matter. We're not really here for the fish. I think I take the mid shop here. The reason for that is it can offer us another god boon. And particularly, it could offer us Hermes. It could. It probably won't. Let's see what we get. My goodness, Poseidon, bugger off. No one Oh, I don't have a choice. It's Poseidon or Poseidon. I'm not allowed to be deciding on anything other than Poseidon. I guess his call is okay. Ugh. It's always unlucky when you get forced into these gods, but you know what? If that's the case, I guess we'll accept that Poseidon is locked in. We'll buy the Poseidon boon here.
Just what I need.
I do not want his cast. I guess I'll take Ocean's Bounty. More coin means we can afford more things from the shops, potentially, I suppose. Not really that exciting. Now we get a legend. We get a higher rarity boon from him here. I could have taken his call in that, but I figure it'll be offered here and it'll be a higher rarity, so I'll hold out for it.
You two again.
Alright, I need to be careful because I'm very prone to taking a lot of damage on these guys. Would you... Come on, just spawn. Oh my goodness, unlucky.
Not good.
There we go. Oh no, whee. Again, I have to be used to... I have to accept the fact that I only have one dash. But we have so much damage on the special, we popped them.
Good Mother Persephone, she's here all safe and sound. Thought you should know there, little ladies. Shame you can't be here with her too, but doubtless we'll someday meet again.
It is crazy that we are still getting new dialogue every now and again. And of course we do not get his call now. I should have known. I should have known and expected. Honestly, that said, though, Sunken Treasure just taking the coin from him isn't bad. I think Hydraulic Might sounds funnier, though. 75% damage increase at the start of the fight makes it a lot easier to maintain getting Lambent Plume, especially into the later floors. So I'll take that. Because our goal is to kill things as quick as possible. It lasts for a good 10 seconds, too, which is quite nice. But, like, our special is a 2-hit attack. It does the initial attack and then a second hit after that. Where do you think you're going, sir? And the damage on that is, oof. 632 on a crit, plus the 200 on the start on the first part of the hit. We've got some very strong damage potential. So if we don't get offered a good dodge chance boon by Hermes, we at the very least can stand a lot to gain from rush delivery, potentially. There's Hermes, or we could take a trial between Artemis and Dionysus. Now, crit chance, more crit chance from what's the word? From peer pressure. Pressure points. There we go. Would be cool. But Hermes is really the important part of our build. We will see Hermes again. We will almost guaranteed see Hermes in Elysium. I think I take the trial here because I want the crit chance and I want to try and work my way towards getting Blackout if I can. We had talked about potentially kind of needing either someone's dash. Who was it? Ares' dash? No, Dionysus's dash. So
pick a favorite.
I don't think it really matters who I pick here. I'll take Dionysus first. Let's see, Drunken Dash, Premium Vintage. Premium Vintage could make it so we hit the can we actually palm that Hermes boon? Probably not. So then, I think I will take, his call is probably the best option. And the reason for that is it does a ton of damage. We'll want to spam it. And it does count for his legendary, so I think I will take his aid here. His dash would make it so I can more reliably place Hangover, but it's not going to do that much damage. So yeah, aid it is.
Aha! I knew you'd pull this old maneuver, Zagreus, and I am ready for you now.
All right, let's have a good fight. Take this little pot. Man, we are doing a nice bit of damage with just our special alone. It feels good. Those crits feel good. Almost 700 damage on the special now. That is not the way I expected this run to go, frankly. I mean, this is supposed to be a dodge build, but I think it's becoming a special crit build. You know, I think I've said this multiple times whenever I get a really stacked Artemis build going. I did not appreciate Artemis's boons in my original playthrough. I thought crit chance just didn't feel good. The chance for crit was too low.
All right, I'm going to forgive you now, I guess. No need to beg. You just think twice next time, okay?
But I was so wrong. Her crit damage is insanely good. God Gauge charges up faster when you deal crits. That could be very good for us, considering what I had talked about before. Alternatively, her dash strike here looks really tasty. Let's see, what are the gods we've got? We've got Ares, we've got Dionysus, we've got Artemis, and we've got Poseidon, who I really... He's just here. Poseidon is just here. He wanted to be a part of this run, even though he's completely irrelevant. If I lock in her dash, I have no other dashes to take. I think I'm going to lock in her dash. It's an epic tier, 70% damage increase on dash strike. Now that only affects our attack as far as I know, even though we technically do have a dash strike on our special. I believe it's only the dash attack that benefits from her boon. Here's Dionysus boon, we'll take that.
Should help keep me going.
There's Curse of Nausea. Alternatively, I'd take Strong Drink for the 3% increased damage every floor we get a fountain from. I think Curse of Nausea is worth taking, though. That'll be extra crit chance. Oh, no, it's not crit chance. It's our poison ticks faster with even a rare tier, just even a common tier Dionysus' aid.
Lerny, if you'd like for me to kill you, hiss.
That equates to a significant amount of damage, as we'll prove once we toss one call on this poor, unsuspecting Hydra head.
What now?
You know, I kind of forgot we had Trippy Shot. I know we were going for Blackout, but that doesn't mean I remember that there's a reason why we're going for Blackout, or that we can get Blackout, because you can't get, for context, because I don't think I've actually explained what Blackout does. Blackout is Dionysus' legendary boon, and the way it works is it enhances all damage you do by 60% while you're standing in the AoE of your Trippy Shot, which is kind of busted. We've had it once before on a previous run. All right, watch this poison damage. Or not, because he dodges it, but it's ticking pretty fast. And not just the ticks, but it's 17 damage per tick, so that's like 34 damage per second, stacking up to 5 times. But it's actually more than that per second because we got the Curse of Nausea boon. So instead of ticking every twice a second, it's now basically 3 times a second. It's 0.35 seconds, I think, per tick now. So what would that be? Basically 34 times, or it would be 17 times 3, which is like a number that I'm not going to math out right now when I'm focusing on a boss fight, frankly. Lots of near misses giving me a whole bunch of dodge chance. Not bad. We're making good time too. We're only 9 minutes into the run and we're clear with Asphodel.
Done bashing heads for now.
And another Lambent Plume.
Nice.
All right, let's see where we're at. So we are now currently at a diamond and 0.6% dodge chance. There we go, 15.6. So we're not having a lot of rooms, and that's probably why we're making good time. We're at 15.6 plus 15 from Zagreus gives us a 30. 50 from Ruthless Reflex pops us up to 80, and then we got the dodge chance from Hermes, which gives us another 10. So we're at a nice juicy 90% dodge chance with a crazy strong special build on top of that. I know I gave up a dash, and honestly, dashes are some of the strongest defensive tools we have available to us. But it doesn't feel like we're missing it that much, honestly, because we aren't.
Money.
All right, well, I think I'll skip the ignited Ichor, even though if we do get
Courtesy of the Pact.
even if we do get rush delivery, because I can't take the Bone Hourglass, I'm only going to have these Well of Charon boons last for 6
Pleasant temperature.
for 6 rooms, and I think I'd rather save that money and save those potential purchases for closer to boss fights at the least. Like if I'm offered a Well of Charon and some decent boons right before a boss fight, or in Styx when I have the chance of being offered a boss fight fairly quickly, then we'll definitely talk about it. But right now, I don't think it's worth taking. Oh, well, I could have just let the egg explode and it would have killed him, but I decided, no, we need to take the damage. It's fine, though. We don't need to complain about lack of damage on this build. We definitely are not lacking damage in any capacity. This is a pretty darn strong build. Should have used Trippy Shot to hold these guys still, now that I think about it out loud. Wow, he is... From downtown, that guy is shooting us. Where are you? Oh my god, oh, that's how you got out. You teleported. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, we almost lost the plume proc, but we got it. Nice. Okay, and there it is. Second win after using Call. Gain dodge chance and move speed for 10 seconds, plus 30%. Awesome. That's basically our full build. We have as much dodge chance as we can possibly get. Now I think it's just aiming for rush delivery and blackout to see how strong our damage can get on the special. And I think the potential damage is pretty up there right now. We will see. We will definitely see. Get rid of this Void Stone before it pops its shield if I can. And end up getting rid of the thing that it would pop its shield on too, which is quite nice.
Hello there, Dionysus.
All right, Splitting Headache. Wait, what did I take before that I thought... oh, Curse of Nausea. Okay, you know what? I'll gladly take that. Hangover Afflicted foes are more likely to take crit damage by an additional 1.5% per stack. That's good damage for us. Patroclus or a hammer? Honestly, I'd take the hammer here. Patroclus doesn't offer anything that I want. I'm not really going into my attack damage. And the hammer just potentially can enhance our special even further. It's funny, I never really focus on the special when I'm dealing with these, with the gauntlets. It doesn't fit my playstyle very well. I like the rapid attack jabs of the special attack. But could you imagine this kind of build on the aspect of Demeter? The aspect of Demeter, Kiwi, if you don't remember, is the gauntlet that every 12 attacks, I believe it is, enhances your next special by making it hit an additional, I think, 5, if not 8 times. 8 times crit on this special with flying special or flying kick or whatever it's called would have been insane. I might have to try that, honestly, because that sounds like a lot of fun and a lot of damage. All right, let's see. After using your special, deal 90 damage in an area where you land. Or sturdy while using attack and special. Dash upper. Oh wait, you know what? Ooh. I don't know if explosive upper scales with this move, but if it does, that's an additional 100% damage potentially in an area. Okay, let's see how this works.
Perfect.
Okay, so it goes off as I start charging. Okay, so it's not quite what I hoped it would be. I was hoping it would be when I landed or like landed the attack. But that's fine. It's still a whole lot of damage. We take the shop here or do we take the Poseidon? I mean, there's really not much Poseidon offers us here. The shop could offer us a Dionysus boon. Clearly, I have no intent of buying a Styx meta progression item at this point. We did get the Poseidon boon. I think I'll hold on to it. I could buy that palm and see what it hits. If it hits the special, even more damage for us, but there are a lot of things it could hit instead. Wouldn't be bad if it hit the... Would not be bad if it hit the aid. Hydraulic Mine. Okay, more damage at the start of fights. I'll take that. We do not need HP at this point. We are already up 55 HP from our base, and I don't even feel like we needed that much, frankly. We are one-shotting enemies in Elysium, which is just a wild realization. I guess that's Hydraulic Might for you. I kind of forgot that. That's probably a big part of our damage right now until it wears off. Would be interesting. There's probably a way to see when it's wearing off, I imagine. I just don't know where to look. Yeah, it feels like Ares and Poseidon are kind of just here hanging out. At least Ares gave us the 10% damage increase on our special, which is nice. Poseidon, I guess we're getting more coin, which means we can afford more boons from the shop. I guess doesn't feel that impactful, frankly. But I'm probably like if I go back and calculate how much coin afforded me something, I guess it's probably good. Ah, shoot, we lost it. I didn't see that Revenant spawn over in that corner. I was trying to kill as quick as possible. I think let's go ahead and take the damage on Dionysus' aid, because that is going to add up to a lot later on. Fortunately, despite my cockiness about not having a lot of damage taken, now we have taken a lot of damage. We lost most of our HP in that room. Eesh. So the question is, do I take the Ares room, or do I take the HP? I think we still take the Ares room. I think I'm okay. Even if I lose a Death Defiance, I'm not too worried. And we got the easier boss that could show up here. I definitely think for a melee build, I can kill this butterfly ball very quickly. I mean, look at our damage if we crit. I mean, of course, we kind of need the crit. Here, you know what? I forgot about Boldy. Here, let's go ahead and drop a Boldy. That kills him. And I get a little HP out of that. I don't have my Greater Call yet. Let's not let these guys respawn if we can avoid it, though. All right, good. We got 2 of those Revenants done. Now I can drop Dionysus' Call and just watch these guys kind of get melted. Fortunately, I only hit 1. Unideal. This is fine. Explosive Upper is actually kind of useful because it gets that initial hit while I'm charging up. Can stagger enemies. Alright, let's see. Battle Rage. After slaying a foe, your next attack or special deals more damage. Sounds like a lot of fun for this build. We get a good crit on our special and we're just going to see some incredible numbers.
What lurks in the river Lethe?
Let us catch ourselves a fish. You know, I kind of forgot that to be honest, I'm on 4 hours of sleep. Nonsense with medical insurance and professional insurance has kind of made it hard to sleep. Thankfully, everything is resolved and it was an error on their end and not mine, because I was a little worried I had screwed up and not renewed my insurance, but it was just one phone call kind of fixed everything, thankfully. Oh, goodness. Hey. I think we're gonna have to just do this to avoid these. They are a lot of damage, and I am not a build set for dealing with them well. Those flame chariots are always a pain to deal with. Oh, well, Speaking of which, oh, and it has a shield now. Cool. Can we not? Oh, thank goodness for dodge chance, Kiwi. Didn't get hit for that because of that. This is a really bad room for the plume. Why did it just die? Did you see? Oh, it must have gotten hit by the trap, I guess, but it had a damage control shield, didn't it? Why did it die? That was weird. I'm gonna go ahead and take the coin again, because once again, I think I'm maintaining the point of I don't necessarily need much more than that. These splitters are a little scary, but I can pop their attacks potentially, and the near misses are keeping us. We're dodging a lot of things there. I don't know if you saw, but a lot of attacks did not hit us despite making physical contact with us. Near misses are mattering a lot here. We still are not a 100% dodge chance, and we haven't used our call, which means it's only like 75% as we established before. I'm gonna pop the call for that dodge chance though. It lasts for a good while too, like an impressively long while. I need to remember that I can use Trippy Shot. That will help us a lot too. Here we go. I think we got the plume. Cool. Lots of coin. 150 per coin. Nice, nice. But yeah, I'm definitely a little underslept, so forgive me if my commentary isn't pristine as I would hope it to be. Could take Drunken Dash. I still don't think it's worth it. Premium Vintage will give us 30 HP. I think that's what we take here. Or I have 5 rerolls. I could reroll for a legendary. I think let's save that for Styx. Let's buy Premium Vintage. I could use a little bit of HP here. And I'll further bump myself up. And okay, now let's hope Dionysus shows up in Styx, because there's a reasonable chance he doesn't.
Oh, wow.
We've nothing left to say to one another, Hellspawn, other than to battle!
Battle indeed. All right, here, have a special. 695 crit on that special. Beautiful. We are popping this bull. Oh, wait, I don't want that. I don't want to stand in that.
Yes!
I think I can manage to get them both with this. Oh, well, I did. I'm not happy that Trippy Shot missed, but we're fine. Oh, hello. All right, here, watch this. They can't touch us because I can dodge everything. Theseus, you okay there? But Theseus got stuck on that pedestal there. Funny. I don't think I have to worry about getting hit anymore. If I use my call, I need to double check how long it lasts, but I'm basically untouchable if I use Ruthless Reflex. And it's not hard to pull that off when I don't really have to worry about dodging with perfect timing. Yeah, we're constantly getting near misses, so I can reliably keep this going. I just special, I dodge, I special, I dodge.
I shall run you through.
And I toss out my call when I need to, and I'm untouchable. They can't kill me. I am officially at the point of the run where I'm just, once again, Zagreus the untouchable god.
Another priceless chariot. Gods of Olympus, I shall stop this monster.
I guess they're testing me.
Do I even care about this? Like, I don't need to dodge, right? I guess I don't. Oh, wait, you know what? I needed my call to not be able to dodge. Or to not need to dodge, rather, I suppose. That poison damage, that hangover damage does a lot. We are making extremely good time.
Theseus shut it for a bit.
I mean, it's not a sub 5 per floor run, but it's very close to it. We only boiled over by 18 seconds, and I think it was because I was too busy kind of having fun. Which is probably the most important thing. All right, let's do a stock. Let's take stock of where we are now. So we were at 24%, plus 15 from Zagreus, so that's roughly 40%. Let's round up. It's 39, but we'll count it as 40. Then we've got 10% from the Hermes Boon, plus another 30% from Second Wind. So that's 40% plus 40%, so we're at 80%. And then with Ruthless Reflex, we're at 130%. And so even if that's the thing about it is even without using Ruthless Reflex, we are at 80% dodge chance, just consistently, right? No, hold on. No, that's wrong. Without using my call, rather, we are at an 80% dodge chance fairly consistently, as long as I dodge appropriately now and again. And I don't think I'll spend my coin here, because we could potentially be able to afford a Titan Blood after all. I probably won't choose that. If we're offered a third Hermes Boon, I'm taking that in a heartbeat. More dashes would make this run really fun, as we've already established. I think the single best thing we could get at this point if we do see another Hermes Boon is Rush Delivery, because once again, there is never a wrong time to take Rush Delivery, but there is definitely a very good time to take Rush Delivery. That said, I don't actually know if we can be offered it. I know we can get offered Hermes' legendary boons when we have...
Which one first?
We can get Hermes legendaries when we have Lament Plume, but maybe we can't get Rush Delivery. That might be the case. Let's see. Oh, nope, you can. You can. And in fact, I would honestly consider Rush Delivery one of his legendaries. It's just so darn good. But no Dionysus here, sadly, so the Blackout Dream is dead. I think we go for... Let's take Poseidon first since he's just a mini-boss room. We'll see what he offers. But we've got all the damage we really need, honestly. At this point, it's just more fun to see bigger numbers. Taking a lot of damage here. These poison clouds have not been kind to me. Ooh, yeah, that was a lot more damage. That was like 30 damage at least. Definitely more than I strictly needed to take, but it's okay. That was more like how that room should have gone. I think I just was not appreciating the rat's HP. And on top of that, I was probably not appreciating the fact that I wasn't rolling any crits. I don't think I landed very many crits in that room, unfortunately. Hopefully Artemis gives us pressure points, because at this point I think, or Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark would be fine. We just need increased crit chance more than anything else, I think. I'm trying to stagger these rats out of using their poison. I unfortunately was unable to do so. I almost was, but it seems like it's almost instant. The poison damage that they send out is almost instant, it seems. Alright, we've got a giant satyr, which I'm not enthused to fight, so we're going to try and take that out first. We've only got one more use of Sisyphus, so I will save it for Dad if I can. I should probably remove that poison at some point or another. Alright, we got the satyr, that's the biggest issue. Now we go for this one. Time a dodge well, time a dodge poorly, whatever. I knew I could have dodged out of that, but I just wanted to kill it faster. And that was probably the mistake. Still got the Lament Plume proc, though. Alright, Boiling, this is exactly what this is actually the one I wanted to see the most from Poseidon, I think. Boiling Point, your God Gauge charges up faster when you take damage. Honestly, we're not going to be taking damage, but I want to charge up God Gauge as quick as possible to get that dodge chance. Basically, it's a safety mechanic. If I get hit, I get God Gauge, and God Gauge gives me 30% dodge chance. And that's probably, honestly, the only boon from Poseidon, aside from Sunken Treasure at this point, that I would be interested in getting. So we'll gladly take Boiling Point. Thanks, Poseidon. We can say you were relevant after all. Alright. He's going to be relevant again because he's got a boon down there. We'll probably end up taking it at the end of all of this. Let's go ahead and take the Artemis room next. After that, we'll probably go for either HP or coin, depending on where we are in our cash pile. We've only got a couple more rooms to go before we have officially run out of the maximum amount of dodge chance we can get. I guess that is a consideration to make. I could do some extra Chambers of Styx just to get that, meet out that extra 1% dodge chance that it can give us. So unfortunately, the Lament Plume doesn't doesn't work in these smaller Chambers of Styx. It only works in the final chambers if you clear them fast enough. So at most, we can stand to gain another like 4.8% dodge chance from the remaining 4 rooms, but that doesn't account for the Satyr Sack. The Satyr Sack, because it's not an encounter, probably won't give us anything. I'm probably going to lose a Death Defiance here. I am okay with that fact. Strictly speaking, I've got more than enough safety on this build. If we don't lose the Death Defiance, that's all well and good. I'm probably going to die before I can even get to this. Okay, poof. I'm pretty sure there are more satyrs in the room, so I've got to be extra careful about them. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and toss out this call so I get the dodge chance, and that'll let me deal with it. Probably should have saved it for the final wave. They're kind of the bigger issue. Oh, goodness.
I'm empty.
I would very much like to have God Gauge. Almost there. Got it. Okay. Take out the satyrs, because I think they're going to be the things I'm more likely going to take damage against. I hate these rats. I hate these rats so much. Oh, I'm going to die to the poison before I can get here.
Good.
1 HP, Kiwi. I hate... You know what? I have to go for it. I don't want to waste the Lament Plume. I'd rather have the dodge chance than the Death Defiance. That's kind of dumb, right? That's definitely dumb. God Gauge charges up faster when you deal crit. I mean, an epic tier Hunter's Mark that gives us 57% crit chance sounds so very good. But I think Hunter's Instinct fits the goal of our build a little bit more. So your God Gauge charges up faster when you deal crit chance by an additional 0.25% gained on crit. I think it's probably not that important that I took that boon. I think Hunter's Mark in the overall would have been much more substantial to us. but
Here goes.
it's more fun. It's more fun. We want the biggest dodge chance numbers possible, right? Can we stop just sitting in a pile of poison that I can't touch you in? It's just, I hate these giant rats. I hate these giant rats so much. Like, I don't really have many good options with my current build because all of my AoE is still in melee distance. Like, I can probably position well enough around it and get away with it, but it's just, it doesn't feel like it can be done. I could replenish a Death Defiance here, or I save my coin for things in the shop. Frankly, I'm not afraid of Hades. I don't need all 3 Death Defiances. I think we're fine. Not to mention, once we start fighting Hades, he gets 1 good hit on us, and I get dodge chance. I get a ton of dodge chance. And that's assuming he does hit us, because I know his moves. I can dodge them. This is going to be the height of my hubris, and I know it. But I think I can do this. I know my skill level, and the only thing keeping me from winning is terrible timing and misplays. And yeah, 4 hours of sleep is a good excuse if I do fail the run, but it's not, I don't think it's justifiable. I'm playing just fine right now. I could absolutely choke. We know I am very capable of choking on just about anything, Kiwi. And I'm not just talking about video games.
A whole entire sack of something.
I have choked on Jello multiple times in my life. Alright, so we've got the Satyr sack. Do I do the coin and take anything from down there? I think I just buy the diamond and go on. Could buy the Poseidon boon. Not that interested in the Poseidon boon. Alright, let us go round out our run.
After deliberating briefly, Cerberus concludes that yes, he shall accept the sack.
Bye for now, boy.
Bye-bye, Cerberus. Alright, we somehow have 235 HP, even though I didn't really prioritize HP gain for most things. Premium Vintage is probably the only thing that I probably should have given up for the sake of maybe seeing Blackout. But all things considered,
this is it.
We've got a pretty strong build going.
You've slipped by Cerberus again, I see. Then draw your weapon, boy.
Hades, you're commenting on me being slippery. You have no idea how slippery I actually am. I wish you the best of luck, dear Aldatist. He's wasting our hydraulic might, which is just kind of lame, but we did crit for 875, which is not bad.
Boy.
And I am very, I think I can very easily just alternate between special and dodge.
I order all you wretches of the underworld to attend me now.
Yeah, I can very easily just spam. Oh, hold on. I actually used the call there to get the dodge chance, and we still got hit. Unfortunate. Oof. We are not having luck. He's got like a 10% chance to hit us, mind you, and he's hit twice. Feels bad, but it's a whole lot of God Gauge for later on in the run. Although I defensively used that for dodge chance and didn't need to, unfortunate. We probably saved greater call. Actually, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use my call here for some damage and clear these guys out because they're just a pain to deal with. They have so much armor though. All right, that should take care of those guys. And now we use another call, and I'm untouchable again. I have 100% dodge chance. It's no big deal. This is fine. Look how fast I am.
Behold.
Oh, you know what? Those streaks are from me using the call. I see. That makes sense. So yeah, that dodge chance lasts what, for 10 seconds? That's pretty wild. All right, here we go. Untouchable. Here, try and hit me, Dad. You missed. You missed. He's kind of mad about it. That's okay. He should be mad about it. I would be mad too if I'm like clearly physically hitting a target and then my attacks aren't landing. I would be kind of miffed about that too, frankly. But easy peasy. You know what? Let's wait for lasers. Let's get a God Gauge up and just wait for lasers and face tank them and see what happens. Come on, Dad. Give us lasers. Laser us. Okay, okay. Come on, lasers, please. There we go. Okay, watch this. Oh, and I'm untouchable. Sort of. Okay, okay, maybe I'm not entirely untouchable.
Oh, damn it.
I guess I do still need those near misses. Those lasers do hit fairly rapidly, but you know, maybe dodge chance is not additive. That's also something I have to consider. Maybe it doesn't add, it's multiplicative or something.
Boy, you speak none of this to anyone.
Hard to know for sure.
Let's do this again.
I'll have to look that formula up, but if we add all of our modifiers together, what are we at? Let's see. We are at
someone very sore right now.
We are at 15 from Zagreus. Hold on, let's remove some of these so we can actually see things. Are we not? Hold on. Oh, oops. Well, I messed up. Right, you're supposed to... I'm dumb. I was trying to press B on them instead of A. I just needed to press A. Oh well. The game decided what we locked in for that one, but let's see. So we have the aspect of Zagreus, which is 15%. We have the lambent plume, which is another, let's round up to 28%. So that's 43%, right? 5 plus 7 is, yeah. So 43. And then we had 30% chance anytime we used our call, and 10% chance when just base from the other Hermes. So that is 43 plus 40 is 83. And then if we used Ruthless Reflex, we were at 133% dodge chance. So basically what I needed to do in those lasers is I just needed to dash once, and I would have had 100% dodge chance for 2 seconds, and it would have been really funny. But even then, we were just face tanking the lasers and not getting hit. It was pretty nice. Well, honestly, a pretty strong build. We had a lot of damage between Dionysus's Dionysus's aid and our special.
Then, valiantly striding Zagreus was set upon by 7 bloodless slam dancers and slain, or something of the sort.
Interesting. What are they doing outside of Asphodel? Well, I'm happy with that run. It's always fun to just spam dodge chance. It really lets you just turn your brain off and focus on DPSing.
Wonder if I can get out even faster.
Oh, we absolutely can, Zagreus.
Would you look at that, Hypnos? Care to repeat to me the unsolicited advice you just now offered, now that Zagreus is here?
Oh, well, it is my custom to give pointers to our visitors who come in voluntarily, because I do pick up a lot of bits and pieces talking here to everyone about, you know, dying.
Zagreus. He told me that I ought to evade more of your attacks next time. So you just watch your back out there, because I know your secrets thanks to Hypnos here.
The trick is to make friends with Hermes. Meg, would you like to borrow the lambent plume? Oh,
great.
That is really funny dialogue, RNG, considering the build we just ran. Hypnos, you don't even understand. Granted, Meg didn't really get to see it in full force.
Remember your training, lad.
But still.
I must say, you made a hollow mockery of Theseus that time.
I make a hollow mockery of Theseus every time, Hades.
Father?
The triple-headed monster Cerberus is dutifully sitting there as ever.
All
right, I'm off.
Pets for best boy for good luck RNG on the next run.
The dog is rest.
All right, Orpheus, thanks for singing about all our
I
lies.
shall keep singing of your praises far and wide.
Right, our praises, not our lies.
No. Orpheus got on the board.
I love that Orpheus is the featured house servant while he's singing actively about all the lies that Zagreus has told him.
I'll take the special, please.
It's like everyone, who decides featured house servant?
Here's the latest cat, chef.
I assume it is Hades. Some keys and nectar from this one, not bad.
Thank you.
Actually, no, I think this might not be the song about Zagreus, now that I actually pay attention to it. This might be a song about Sisyphus. I see more lyrics so I can find out if it's Sisyphus or not. No, okay, well, thanks Orpheus. Glad we were here for this. Alright, well, it's our turn to practice our musical instrument. A little more in tune. The music notes that come from it don't look terribly jaded. Like,
that is a sound.
It is a sound. We're getting better. Alright, Kiwi, let's see what weapon we're running next. It is the rail. Okay, so I have a plan for this.
Go on, boyo, shoot me. Let's see you trying to bore me to death with all this chit-chat, pal.
We are gonna do my favorite weapon on the rail, Hestia. The reason for that is there is a specific goal I have in mind. There is an achievement that I have yet to unlock. The Pierced Butterfly Run. Gain 2% damage each time you clear an encounter without taking damage. It's Thanatos' keepsake. There is an achievement for getting above 30% bonus damage from this, and we are going to go see that accomplishment in the next run. So with all that said, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.
Sweet release.